Well, when we talk about gambling, what is the first thing that comes to our mind?
赌神，
Genting Highland, Loan Shark, Tai Long, Casino. Malaysia has a very strict law on gambling, and we have been hearing a lot of different voices or opinions on whether gambling should be allowed and what do you think about it. And today, we are diving deep into the debate on whether gambling should be legalized.
Hi guys, welcome to this new episode of The Debaters. I am Kuan Yew.
I am Toha. No, I'm actually Jason.
If you've not subscribed to our channel, please do it right now because there is a conspiracy saying that if you subscribe to our channel today, Uncle Lim will make sure you win when you go to Genting Casino next time.
Oh, Uncle Lim. Poppy.
So before we go into the debate, we need to talk about the history of gambling very briefly. The boring part again.
It's not very boring. I like history.
Gambling has been around for more than 1,000 years, and before the first currency
banknote
was produced in the 7th century, guess what? People would gamble with their belongings like food, land, or their livestock.
Does it include slave?
Livestock, slave, maybe their children also. Anyways, controlled gambling environments or casinos were invented in the 1600s.
And some experts believe that Italy was the birthplace of the casino, not China, not America, Italy. And it spread across Europe, eventually made its way to the United States and also the other continents of the earth.
So Italy doesn't only invent pizza, they also invent casinos.
Yep.
Now, as far as Malaysia is concerned, gambling, both legal and illegal forms, is very popular in Malaysia. Actually, every part of Asia. Almost every part of Asia.
Basically everywhere in the world.
That's true. However, Malaysia has a very strict law that only non-Muslim and those that are 21 years old and above can participate in legal gambling activities. Those who participated in illegal gambling activities, regardless of their age, will have to pay a fine of not more than 5,000 ringgit or to imprisonment of not more than 6 months or both.
But that's only if they are caught, of course.
Quantum physics. If I'm only there if you see me there. But first, disclaimer. This video is not intended to encourage or promote gambling in any way. Our aim is solely to provide information and to promote meaningful and healthy discussion about complex societal issues.
Well, let me start first. But I think that gambling should not be banned completely as the economic impact that gambling industry has on the country is huge. It's a positive one. So first of all, legalizing gambling can potentially boost tourism. So if you look at Genting Highlands, we have casino, we have resort and theme park that become major tourist attractions. And this attraction do not only attract tourists from the local, but it also attracts tourists from around the world and also contributes significantly to our economy. And next, tax revenue. The casino duties are currently at 35% on gross income and gaming machine duties at 30% on gross collection. And the gaming taxes contribute about 80 million ringgit per week to the government. That's a lot of money. And Genting and Jan alone have paid 1.18 ringgit billion in corporate taxes for the first 9 months of 2022. For the others like sport betting, NFOs, Magnum and Sports Toto have also paid 49.99 million ringgit in income tax. So with all the money we've got from gambling activities, we can use all this tax revenue for other public services, for example to improve our public transport system, to fund MRT2 project and other massive projects. And the next one, job creation. And Genting Malaysia has more than 20,000 employees. Now of course, not everyone works in casino. They could be working in the Sky Venue, the resorts and the theme park, but most importantly, it offers job opportunity. and our current unemployment rate is at 3.5%, which means now we have more than 580,000 people unemployed at the moment, which is actually quite positive if you look at the whole picture.
But it's
if you
still
look
a
at the
lot.
bigger picture. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's very healthy. But if gambling is to be banned completely, can you imagine how many people will lose their job? So yeah, the economic impact that gambling industry has on the country is massive.
Lady, go!
But we can't look at money alone only. It's also equally important to look at negative consequences, including addiction and social problems. One of the most significant concerns is gambling addictions. It's a widespread issue that affects individuals and also their families. According to the Australian Gambling Research Centre, for your information, gambling is legal in Australia. Around 0.8% of the adult population experience significant gambling problems, while 2.7% of them are at moderate risk. If you apply the statistics in Malaysia, we will have around 300k to 900k people with gambling addiction, and that's a lot, almost 1 million of them. And we all know that it's a lot easier to lose money than winning money when we gamble. I know it's a game of probability, but chances are the probability for us to win money is very low.
Yeah, exactly as the saying goes, the host always win.
So beyond addiction, there are social problems associated with gambling. These include financial
A few moments later.
instability and increased crime rates such as theft and robbery when the addicted gamblers have no money. Other than that, how many families that were once very lovely have broken down because of gambling addiction, not to mention suicides? Even though legalizing gambling may bring economic benefits, but I think that the social problems associated with it is much bigger than the economic aspect. And that's the main reason why I think we should not ever legalize gambling.
Yes, I do agree with you with the negative consequences brought by gambling, but practically speaking, do you really think that all gambling activities will be gone if we ban gambling activities altogether? Well, not at all. And right now, we already have all kinds of underground and unregulated gambling activities. And if we ban gambling completely, all gambling activities will move underground, and it will be even more difficult to regulate them, isn't it? So instead of banning all gambling activities altogether, we could actually implement a well-structured regulatory framework that oversees all gambling activities. For example, age verification, limits on betting based on the income of the family or the individuals, or some public awareness campaigns to raise awareness about the risk of gambling addiction. And we could also offer counseling and support services to those with problem with gambling addiction. And if you look at other countries like, for example, UK, they have actually successfully implemented these measures alongside legalized gambling. And that's because UK has a well-established gambling commission that regulates and oversees the industry while ensuring responsible gambling, which is very important. So legalization does not only reduce illegal gambling activities, but we will also need to implement responsible gambling measures to protect individuals and society as a whole.
What you said makes a point. However, it is also essential to consider the other potential consequences that comes along with legalizing gambling. First of all, the normalization effects is a well-documented phenomenon in countries that have legalized gambling. When gambling is everywhere, it becomes part of everyday's life. And it will influence teenagers to think that gambling is okay, and they might end up following the wrong path. This can lead to an increase in gambling addiction. Number 2, the causes associated with gambling addiction can be serious. You pointed out just now that by legalizing gambling, it brings economic benefits to our country. But at the same time, it comes at a cost of individuals and their families. The government will also need to spend more money on social services, healthcare systems, as well as law enforcement. These are all the negative consequences that we cannot neglect. So instead of legalizing gambling, we could consider alternative approaches like a stricter enforcement against illegal gambling, or a more comprehensive education on the risk of gambling, or even expanding access to addiction treatment and support services. So even though we can't really get rid of all illegal gambling activities completely, the people will restrain themselves from taking part in any gambling. Well, we know that gambling is always a hot topic in Malaysia because of the multi-races we have in our country. While some communities have a long history of gambling as a part of their traditions, others have a more conservative view. Public opinions on these matters can also be heavily influenced by cultural and religious factors.
So viewers, what do you think? Do you think we should legalize gambling or make it illegal completely? So if we look at the bigger picture, well, personally, I still stand on my point that I believe legalizing gambling brings more benefit to the country than making it illegal. However, it comes with a big challenge as to how the government mitigate the negative effect that gambling has on the society, and how do we educate the general public that gambling should only be a form of entertainment, but it should not be a way for people to win easy money, but people must also control themselves so that they are not addicted to it.
Well, I still don't agree with you. I think that we should make gambling illegal because of the negative consequences of gambling, and they surpass the positive ones. Gambling must not be legalized, and there are different reasons behind it. Debt issues, depression, suicides, addictions, money laundering, and most importantly, political corruption.
Well, it's very important to make responsible choices regarding gambling, and if you or someone you know is struggling with gambling addiction, please seek help from a support organization, and there are many organizations that are willing to help. Just Google, you can find everything there. But remember, it's important to make informed decisions and prioritize your own and your family's well-being. After all, there's no shortcut in life. If you want to be successful, work very hard and work very smart. So viewers, let us know what do you think at the comment section below down there. Do you agree with me or if you agree with Kuan Yew? So if you enjoyed the video, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel, and please do not forget to press the notification bell so that you not miss out on any of our future videos, and also let us know what you want to see us here in the debate in our future videos. So the debaters, stay curious, stay open-minded, and stay excited for our next video. See ya!